Right now, the party continues in Partyville as Independence Day celebrations continue through the holiday weekend.
And I'm tracking thunderstorms that are just about ready to move into Dane County. They have a history of producing winds up to 50 miles per hour. We'll use FutureTrack to show you when you can expect those storms in your neighborhood shortly.
And we're following the story of a mother who's still looking for answers after her daughter's been missing for 2 years. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. As Alex had just mentioned, we're tracking some storms and maybe rolling into our area. So with that, let's go ahead and get a look at your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex.
Hey there, Jalen. Southern Wisconsin. Right now we've had thunderstorms moving in from the south and from the west with a history of producing wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour right now. That stretches from just east of Dodgeville, east of Darlington, and just south and west of Monroe. They're moving to the northeast very, very quickly at 55 miles per hour. That's going to bring this line of thunderstorms with wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Blue Mounds at 6 o'clock, Verona by 6:15, and downtown Madison by 6:23 p.m. So really, by the time we get to the end of this newscast, that line's going to be moving into the area. Don't want to dismiss, we also have strong storms in Green Lake moving towards, or Marquette moving towards Green Lake counties. This will affect the Montello up to the Princeton area over the course of the next 20 to 30 minutes as well. Again, wind gusts potentially upwards of 50 miles per hour. And as we use FutureTrack, that moves rather quickly here. We'll try to slow this down here so that you can see this going through. Here's that line of storms moving through Madison between 6 and 7 o'clock, and then it presses off to the east and weakens with time. Then as we head towards 9 and 10 o'clock, just a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms. I think it's this line that we see moving through the area right now. It's going to zap a lot of that energy from the atmosphere. But we have one more day of the holiday weekend to go. What will Sunday bring? I'll let you know in a couple minutes.
All right, sounds good, Alex. We'll see you in just a bit. And as always, you can track the forecast for yourself on the First One Weather app. It is hourly planners, road conditions, and even radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. This 4th of July weekend marks 2 years since a Juneau County woman went missing, and subsequently 2 years of heartbreak for her family. Our Maddie Heim speaks with the woman's mother as she continues to plead for answers.
The last time Leah Stewart was seen was the 4th of July in 2023, and she was seen right here on 19th Avenue near the town of Mauston.
Not a day goes by when I don't think about her.
For Leah's mother, Vera Weiland, the past 2 years have been a long road as she misses her daughter and watches 3 of her grandchildren miss their mom.
She was happy-go-lucky. She'd help anybody.
Vera says she hasn't stopped trying to locate her daughter.
I'll walk down the streets and look for her.
And according to a press release sent out Thursday, the Juneau County Sheriff's Office and the Wisconsin Department of Criminal Investigations have conducted several search operations and followed multiple leads over the past 2 years, all to no avail.
They get lots of leads. Some work, some don't.
Vera says she often imagines being reunited with her daughter.
It would be great to have her. I think about that every night. I'll sit outside and I picture her.
But says even if they don't meet again, she just wants to know what happened.
We need to put closure on it. And if there's anybody out there that knows anything, please let us know.
Leah's mother has a GoFundMe set up to help with the search efforts. Reporting in Juneau County, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Maddie, thank you. We have a link to the GoFundMe on our website at channel3000.com, as well as contact information where you can submit anything you might know about Leah's whereabouts, no matter how minor. And Partyville keeps the Independence Day festivities rolling through the holiday weekend with their community celebrations. A vendor fair, cornhole tournament, boat parade, live music, and a fireworks show highlights today's schedule. Free face painting was available to help attendees get in the holiday spirit. It's a way for many to get out, enjoy the weekend, and connect with local communities.
It's just a fun thing to do, keep busy, and we like to do all the little other festivities. There's a whole little schedule of things that are going on today. So the kids have a little jumpy house, and then we're going to do a ski show. And what else? Oh, they have a boat parade, so that's fun.
This is part of multiple events in Partyville this weekend. There was a community parade Friday morning. Horse enthusiasts also celebrating this holiday, getting some competition in at the Natura Farm in Verona. The farm hosted a two-day event with a combined test on the 4th of July and a driving trial on Saturday, which included dressage, marathon, cones, and competitions. The event also raised money for Madison West Middleton Rotary Club, which works to benefit charitable organizations. Coming up next on News 3 Now at 6, measles cases are surging to record highs, where the country stands in its battle against the disease. Plus, Elon Musk says he will be forming a new political party. His motivation behind it after the break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Thank you for staying with us. Black unemployment just rose to its highest level since January of 22. The Labor Department reported Thursday the jobless rate for Black Americans climbed 6.8% in June. That's up sharply from May's 6%. And it's in stark contrast to the broader labor market's resilience. The national unemployment rate is down to 4.1%. Economists say Black Americans are usually impacted first whenever the economy begins to weaken. Measles cases have surged to a record high since the disease was declared eliminated in the U.S. According to data from Johns Hopkins University, there have been over 1,200 confirmed cases of measles this year. The vast majority have been in Texas. 3 people have died and all were unvaccinated. Measles was declared eliminated in the U.S. back in 2000. However, the nation could lose its measles elimination status if cases associated with the outbreak continue to accumulate through January of next year. Elon Musk is keeping his promise. The tech billionaire said on Saturday he is forming a new political party. Musk threatened to create the American Party if Congress passed and President Donald Trump signed into law his signature domestic policy bill. Musk once again criticized the legislation, saying the new law will bankrupt the country with wasteful spending. Budget analysts project the new law will add trillions of dollars to the deficit over the next 10 years. Musk said his new party will give people back their freedom, since he believes the country is currently operating as a one-party system and not a democracy. It's unclear what steps Musk has taken to form a new political party. The president has lashed out at Musk and has threatened to reconsider the massive contracts the government has with Musk's companies. Coming up next on News 3 Now, floods in Texas leave dozens dead as searches continue for those who are missing. Plus, Alex returns with a complete look of your first warn forecast after the break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Authorities say the death toll in the catastrophic flooding in Texas Hill Country has risen to at least 32, including 14 children. The urgent search continues for the missing. Some are children from a girls' camp as well. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a federal disaster declaration and added 6 more counties to expand assistance to others in the hard-hit areas. CBS News correspondent Karen Hu has more from Kerrville, Texas.
For a second day, rescue teams combed central Texas, searching for survivors after a deadly storm unleashed powerful floodwaters from the Guadalupe River.
Every minute counts, which is why there's people in the air, people in the water, people on the ground right now, because they're looking to save every last life, and we will not give up that effort.
Officials say more than 24 people remain missing from Camp Mystic, a Christian summer camp near the river. Others remain unaccounted for in the area northwest of San Antonio. On social media, President Trump says the White House is working with Texas officials on the response, and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is in the state.
We'll continue to stay engaged, and I'll be here. I'm going to go up to the camp, Mystic, and I'm going to go around town and spend some time here today.
A reunification center is set up at an elementary school where families have been waiting and praying. These residents say they found a girl who told them she was from Camp Mystic after she emerged from rubble left behind by the floodwaters.
We asked her what happened, and she said that her cabin was flooding and someone opened a window and she just flew out of it. It was really scary.
She said she was the only one, but at that point we had knew there were other missing girls, but we didn't want to let her know that.
This 12-year-old boy and his family say they're relocating after their campground was flooded.
It doesn't feel safe. It's very humid. There's mud all around. and it just feels like it's tipping over.
The National Weather Service and the private forecasting firm AccuWeather issued warnings hours before the flooding began. Karen Hua, CBS News, Kerrville, Texas.
The National Weather Service says the slow-moving storm stuck over central Texas is bringing more rain Saturday, and torrential rains continue pounding communities just outside of San Antonio. Now let's go ahead and get a look at your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex, hopefully some better news in our viewing area.
Yeah, thank goodness. Thoughts from the first warn weather team. We're not dealing with anything like that, what they're dealing with in the hills of Texas right now. But we do have our own thunderstorms that are moving through on a busy holiday weekend. Folks are probably out and about. Black Earth right now, you've probably seen the leading edge of this showers and thunderstorms that has a history producing winds of up to 50 miles per hour. That's going to bring that into Middleton at 6:22 p.m. Madison, downtown, and the airport right around 6:30, and just shortly after 6:30 in the Stoughton area. These storms are moving very, very quickly. Not a lot of lightning, but again, gusty winds in upwards of 50 to 60 miles per hour. In fact, wind tracker right now near the Monroe area showing just south and west of Monroe, perhaps radar indicated winds of approaching 60 miles per hour, but most of the winds have been sub-severe at this point in time. Don't want to lose sight of our friends and viewers to the north up towards Marquette and Green Lake counties. Also some showers and thunderstorms, perhaps looking at winds also gusting upwards of 40 to 50 miles per hour. And winds at this caliber with the amount of rain that we've had can cause some tree damage for sure. So I just want folks to be aware that we do have showers and storms moving through the area. If you hear that thunder, I've got a little graphic here to remind you what to do when these storms move through the area. And Future Track doing a great job right now showing that line stretching from Madison down to Monroe. That's right spot on. Then as we head towards 10 o'clock, perhaps another line trying to move into southern Wisconsin. But I think this first line will very likely eat a lot of that energy away for thunderstorms to redevelop, at least not expecting widespread thunderstorms after this first line moves through. Perhaps a couple showers and storms tomorrow morning, and then a slight chance of a shower or storm as another little wave ripples around this weather system Sunday afternoon. But many places will likely be dry on Sunday. Again, heavy rainfall certainly a distinct possibility in the gusty winds. Again, that we've had winds of 50 miles per hour reported in southern Wisconsin. If you hear thunder, now's your chance right now. If you're tuning in right now, if you have any friends, family that are outdoors, when thunder roars, go indoors. I know it sounds kind of silly, but when you hear thunder, you really should take cover and seek an indoor location because lightning can actually strike 30 miles away from the parent thunderstorm itself. So a lot of information there. Staying stormy through, let's say, 10, 11 o'clock, transitioning over to showers overnight, and then storm chances will increase once again as we head into Tuesday night and beyond. Muggy conditions tonight, lows right around 70, highs around 80. Cloudy skies, can't rule out a shower or a thunderstorm on Sunday as well, especially for Madison areas to the east. Madison points to south and east, 80s, north and west have fallen into the low to mid 70s with those showers and storms that have moved through. Take note, in Dane County, we're sitting at 84. But that line of storms is coming in from the southwest, and these temperatures are going to nosedive by about 10 degrees over the course of the next hour. The rest of the forecast period, as we go from Tuesday night into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, good chances for showers and thunderstorms on Friday night. The storm chances Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday a little bit more spotty in nature. And then also, this is a pretty ominous looking sky. This is the leading edge of a shelf cloud that was sent to us by Carrie. This is near the Mazomania area. Thank you for being brave, Carrie. You'll most certainly want to stay safe with these storms around the area. If folks are outdoors this evening, you want to have that indoor plan as we are expecting the thunderstorms to last for the next couple hours.
Where'd you say that was from?
That was near Mazomania, so the far west part of Dane County where that leading edge of the showers and storms are moving in right now.
Absolutely. I know, you know, with it being 4th of July weekend, people have a lot of outdoor plans. So as Alex said, you know, when in doubt, just head inside, be safe.
Yeah, have that indoor plan, let the storms pass. Give it 30 minutes. If you still hear thunder, wait 30 minutes, and then you can resume your activities outdoors.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you, Alex. Andrew, it is summertime, so we've got some sports going on. What do we have coming up?
Absolutely. Nothing pairs better with summer or the July 4th weekend like baseball. Plenty of that coming up. But first, how the legacy of Bo Ryan lives on. Hear from the legend of the coaching game on his Hall of Fame induction next on News 3 Now. This basketball season went by in a blink, making it easy to mull over some of the biggest moments. But the culmination of Bo Ryan's incredible career is worth another look. Ryan was inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame early in the 2024-2025 basketball season, capping off an incredible career illuminated, of course, by unprecedented success both at UW-Platteville and at Wisconsin. Of course, he took the Badgers to back-to-back Final Fours, putting the program in a place and position they'd never been. Recently, we got the chance to catch up with the coach for the first time since.
Well, I'll tell you, the Naismith Hall of Fame award, I was like a kid in a candy store. It was nice to be able to stand up in front of an audience and thank the people that made it all possible, and to represent Wisconsin, the university and Platteville. So, yeah, it was fantastic. I'll never forget it.
But just like that, the NBA season is kind of starting back up. The NBA's Summer League, a showcase for young players, started today, and later on tonight, John Tonje would have made his debut with the Jazz, but you won't see Tonje on the floor. The Jazz's second-round pick is out with a right ankle sprain. His college teammate and his NBA teammate, Steven Crowell, though, should get some action for the Jazz. On May 25th, the Brewers were 25-28, and there were concerns that this group might just not have what it takes to figure it out. But then all of a sudden, they did. Since that day in late May, they're 24-11, the second best mark in the major leagues. Looking to improve on that in Miami, trailing 2-1 in the fourth, and Rhys Hoskins hammers one to center, gets past the diving center fielder, leading to a rare RBI triple from the big man, his first in 3 years. That would score Jackson Chourio to tie the game at 2s. Hoskins, though, would exit the game with a thumb injury. But in the 8th, things would change. The Marlins took a lead they would never give back. Miami's UW Whitewater product, Lake Bacher, came out to close the game, getting his first career MLB save as the Marlins win it 4-2. Later, more on that later on tonight. Headed just 2.5 hours south to TPC Deer Run for the third round of the John Deere Classic. And this is why pros are pros. Check out this shot from Max Homa. He'd help save par, helping him head to the final round with this incredible shot, just one stroke back of the lead. Headed overseas for the third round of Wimbledon, where Novak Djokovic made a historic achievement. The tennis great used this diving play to win his 100th match at Wimbledon, becoming just the third tennis player to ever do so. And I know Jalen took out the old bike for a spin to celebrate the 4th of July, but he wasn't riding quite like this. At least I wouldn't think so. The first stage of 21 stages in the Tour de France as Jasper Philipsen, he wins it. Were you riding your bike over the 4th?
Definitely not like that.
Not like that.
No. I don't look. I'm in shape, and but that's a different level of like intestinal fortitude. I don't know if I've got.
And we just grazed over it barely, but how about Lake Bacher, a UW Whitewater product, getting his first MLB save against the Milwaukee Brewers of all teams? I mean, that's just really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's like storybook stuff.
No kidding.
You might have grown up watching this team. You live not too far from this team. And now on the biggest stage in this particular sport, you're able to go out there and get the save. I mean, that's something that would make me tear up if I were him.
And speaking of pitching and the Brewers, Brandon Woodruff will make his long-awaited return tomorrow. First time in 652 days that he's going to pitch on an MLB mound. He'll make the start against the Marlins tomorrow for the Brewers.
We had talked a little bit off camera before we came back on. I mean, what are your thoughts? How impactful is this for the Brewers, as we get into some of the deeper parts of the season?
Yeah, I mean, they're looking good, and they're looking really good of late. Just about at that halfway point of the year, Brandon Woodruff, a guy that a multi-time All-Star, if he can get close back to that level, that's a huge addition for the Brewers rotation, going along with guys like Jacob Mizorowski and Quinn Priester that have been fantastic this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely going to add some much-needed depth to that bullpen. Alex, we've got a decent bit of stuff going on. We saw that picture earlier from Mazomanie.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. What do we have coming up in weather?
Thunderstorms are moving across the area right now as we speak. I just put a track on this. While these storms are currently not severe, we have had winds reported upwards of 50 miles per hour. That's going to bring it right into downtown Madison here in exactly 4 minutes. Lake Wisconsin at 6:32, Stoughton at 6:39, Janesville around 6:41, and some of the stronger cells are near the Wisconsin-Illinois border, pressing towards the Janesville, the Harmony area as well. So you want to be sure if you're tuning in, hopefully you're indoors, and be sure to let your folks know if you have anybody who's outside that they need to have an indoor plan this evening as that line of storms comes through. We'll let that run again. Future track spot on there, bringing that line through. As we press towards the 10 o'clock hour, we'll have a fresh look at radar 3000, but I think this line of thunderstorms is really going to zap the energy from the atmosphere and likely keep us from getting additional thunderstorms, or at least not get widespread additional thunderstorms through the a little bit later tonight.
So as I'm looking at the clock, what you're saying is if we want to go grab dinner, we need to hurry up and do it now.
Either just, or wait 10 minutes or so, so that line passes through, and then it'll just be heavy rain behind.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you, Alex. Grab that umbrella, people, but we'll see you right back here at 10 o'clock. And as always, we're streaming on Channel 3000+.